Hello everybody, Bets Golden here. Today I'm coming at you with Chalk Couture. I actually signed up because I wanted to play with their things, and they sent me in their starter kit this beautiful Aiden Antique White 9x12 chalkboard. So I thought that I would start this off by chalking a seasonal image or saying on here for you. And I'm going to take it basically from start to finish so you can see exactly what you need to do to chalk successfully. I'm learning as I go. Part of the reason why I decided to start YouTubing about this and playing in chalk is because I didn't find much information out there on how to do this, and so I thought that this would be a wonderful opportunity to learn how to do it and then to show people who are interested how to do it, because it's supposed to be super duper easy. Here's my board, and when I have looked at different things to chalk and tutorials on chalking, I find a lot of good information, bits and pieces here and there, and a lot of live videos, but I don't find a precise, bulletproof type process that includes everything in one video. So that's what I'm hoping to do with this. I'm hoping to provide just information, how to do it, hit all the facts every time I make one of these videos so that you guys can see how easy and fun this is. I'm going to be using this image today, as well as the evergreen chalk paste, the lime green chalk paste, I love that green, and the white chalk paste, the small squeegee. I might need some cotton swabs. I might need some surface cleaner. This is what I use to remove spots. You can use any kind of glass cleaner, really. I just like this one. Some paper towels, possibly. Well, most definitely, actually. And some craft sticks, maybe, that I found at the dollar store for $1. I found some really great stuff there. Always check out your dollar store. And then also a Sharpie marker. A lot of times people have a cookie sheet that's filled with water next to them that they can throw their stencil in and keep working. I prefer to just run it over to my sink really quick and wash it, because I'll spill the water everywhere. And it just seems more of a tedious task than just to take it over to a sink and clean it up, because you want it to be kind of fast. So the first thing that you do when you do this, and this is not a layering image, I'm going to do that a little later, show you how to layer images. This is just one sheet. We don't even have to trim it down. One sheet wonder, baby. So when you get your image, the first thing you need to do is pull it out, mark the back, because you are going to be reapplying your screen print, your transfer to this sheet, and you need to make sure that you have it on the right side, because there is a difference. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to remove this from the backing, and you're going to hang on to the backing. When you remove it and when you lay it, when you lift it, whenever you play with these, you do not want to pull at the edges. You don't want to pull it up like this. You don't want to pull it up like this. You can get your corner going, go across, pull it down. The reason is because this is actually textile. It's a fabric, and you can stretch it just like you would any other kind of fabric. And we don't want to stretch our image out. So the first thing you do after you mark the back is you're going to remove your image, and I start it there, and I just pull it off. Now from here, once you get it off, you need to fuzz it. The purpose of fuzzing is so it will not stick and not be able to lift off of whatever you are chalking on. A lot of people show you to fuzz on a towel. I'm just going to fuzz it on my shirt and my pants. You're just going to have to trust that I'm doing that. I like it this way because I don't have to pull anything else out. I can just do it on me. Sometimes the less you have, the better. All right, so once you get it fuzzed, you're going to take the image and lay it carefully on your board or whatever you want to chalk on. And if you don't get it straight, it's okay. You can lift it up and reapply it again. Just make sure when you lift it, you do it going across the top and you don't pull on the corners. This is a great image. It almost fits perfectly in here. All right, and then we need to get our air bubbles out. So we're just going to go over with a squeegee. It can be your large squeegee. It can be a small one. I'm using the small one. And we just want to make sure that we don't have any air bubbles. Okay, and I think that's good. Now when you go over this, you're going to notice that there is actually a netting right here. It's not just a straight up stencil, not the old school stencil. This is a genuine screen print. All right, so I'm going to start layering some colors down. You're going to want to work a little bit quick when you do this because it does dry fast, and that's part of the reason why you do not want to leave your transfer with a whole bunch of ink on it. I'm going to open up my paste first. This is a chalk paste. It will dry relatively quickly. So a lot of times you're going to need to stir it if it's hard. This is that beautiful lime green, and if you can tell, this truly is a paste. And you can just stir it up just like so. I'm going to set that one off. This is my evergreen. And it's okay if it gets on your fingers or even on stuff around you because it is chalk, and so it will come off with just a little bit of water, which I absolutely love. As it dries, it gets harder to remove. However, it will come off. That's what makes this so cool is you can totally switch out your image to match your season, which I love. So I'm going to start with this white first. Do this first. I'm going to use the smaller side and just squeegee it down. You want it to be a relatively thin line, and I'm going to save all the excess I can. Now I need to move on to my next color, which is going to be this evergreen. Add our lime green. I think I'm going to put a little squirt of water just to keep it moist. From here we're going to do our lime green. Remember, again, we're going to go, we don't want to pull it from the corners. We need to get our start from the corner, of course, but that's not where we want to pull it. Okay. I'm going to actually lean it on me and pull it down. Okay, so I did go ahead and go and rinse that off in the sink, and it's dry, and I'm going to show you what to do to store your transfer from here on out. But before I do that, I need to finish up putting my lids on these. And what I do, and I'm a novice at this so far, is to keep this moist, because every time you open this, it exposes it to air and gives it an opportunity to dry out. So you want to just add moisture back in each time. So just take and do 1 squirt of water. Make sure that you put the sealant, this piece, back on, and just voila. All right, I did use some sticks today. Usually I will use the back of a paintbrush to mix these. It doesn't really matter, but I did use some sticks, which is nice. It's kind of nice because I can throw them away. And they didn't break the bank. I mean, they were $1 for like 100 of them. So there we go. All right. So we just want to add a little bit of moisture, and this I need to clean up because this will cause your lid to stick, and we don't want a sticky lid. So just check your edges. I didn't do that with the other two, so I probably will go up back and do that later. 1 squirt of water just to keep it hydrated, and that will prolong the life of your paste, because this is chalk. Now let's take a look at this, and let's see if I have any spots that I need to clean up. I do. I see a couple. So for this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a Q-tip, and I'm going to dip it in my surface cleaner or your glass cleaner. This is a multi-purpose surface cleaner that I use in my house. Okay, and then I'm just going to go around and I'm going to clean up the spots. That may have bled through. You guys, this is only the second time that I've ever done this technique. Everything that I'm showing you is stuff that I learned through hours of watching videos, and I would learn the information, but it wasn't all in one video. Like, I didn't learn this Q-tip video in the video that I learned that, you know, how to keep your transfers or marking the back of it. Everything was separate. So there's not much concise stuff out there on how to chalk. So that's what I'm hoping that I can provide for those that are interested in this. Just a nice, precise video, tutorial, whatever you want to call it, that will help you get chalked. Now, the beauty of this is when St. Patrick's Day is over, I can go ahead and swap this out for another seasonal image. It comes off with water and just water and some elbow grease once it's fully dry. It is magnetic. This particular board is through Chalk Couture, and it has a 55-year warranty, I think, on it, and it is magnetic, so it's a pretty nice board. I would recommend this for the home that wants to have a display but likes to swap it out seasonally, like me. This is great for that. I have a larger board that I'm going to do a layering technique on that I'll show you guys later too. But once this dries, it's going to be dry and set and good until you're ready to remove it. All right, so what I'm going to do from here, I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to show you what to do to keep your transfer nice and reusable. You can use your transfer 20 to 40 times after this, which is pretty stinking awesome. Although I have to tell you, after the 20th time of the same image, I'm probably going to be ready for it to go. But yeah, anyway, so I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to go get the transfer, show you what to do from there so it's ready to be used next time. And then I'll post some pictures, some close-ups of this beautiful image at the end. So make sure that you check those out. If you're interested in Chalk Couture, please go to the link that I have provided in my description box below. It is my personal store. I did start this because honestly I just thought it was really cool, and I wanted to give them out as gifts throughout the year. So, but yeah, so go check out my store. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment area, and I'll try to get back to you. So let me set this aside and go get the transfer. So this is the back of the transfer. I work sideways, guys, sorry. It's the sticky part of the transfer. So it's still wet. All I need to do, I ran it under some warm water, and I just cleaned it with my fingers, making sure that this never touched. What I need to do from here is I need to make sure that I get the back nice and dry so I can put it back on that backing. I'm just using a paper towel to do this right now. I'm going to take my backing, and as you can see, this shows me that this is the side that needs to face me, and this is the side that needs to have the sticky side of the transfer on. If by chance you forget to mark your transfer, that's okay. You can tell the glossy side needs to go down and the matte side needs to go up. And you can tell when you have this face to face that this is glossy and there's a matte side. So the glossy side needs to stick to the transfer. Okay, I'm going to pull it over, and then I'm just going to dry and remove any excess residue that's left. All right, and now we're ready to go. I can put this in a file, or I can put it back in the original packaging, and we're ready to go. Okay, guys, thanks so much for joining me. I hope that you found this beneficial and this answers some of your questions about chalking. Please make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Head on over to Instagram and you can check out some of the things I have over there. It's under Bets Golden. Also, my blog, www.scrappycafe.blogspot.com, has some resources as well as some other fun projects that I do and design teams I'm on. Again, thanks so much for joining me. Please give me a thumbs up. Feel free to share this and ask any questions you want in the comment section. If I don't know the answers, I will make sure that I find them for you, or at least can give you a reference. Have a wonderful day. Happy crafting.